late August, and the tranquility of the green and pleasant pastures of Japan's northernmost island, Hokkaido, is about to be shattered. With rapidly changing weather conditions, narrow forest tracks, churned up roads and blind corners that appear from nowhere, at Rally Japan it's absolutely vital you can trust your car. But that simply isn't the case for the home team. And in front of their home fans and corporate bosses, they're under big pressure to deliver. Rallies into the calendar, and Subaru have yet to get a man on top of the podium. In fact, they've had a pretty dismal season altogether.
The season so far has not been brilliant. That's a very good assessment.
Number 2 driver Chris Atkinson has yet to finish higher than 6th this season and is now fighting to keep his place in the team. The results haven't been much better for Norwegian ace Petter Solberg.
Is this the toughest part of your career so far?
It's quite hard.
Petter's season from hell started with engine failure in Monte Carlo. A string of crashes, failures and retirements followed, with just 2 second positions in Mexico and Argentina, preventing a total thrashing. Petter simply isn't used to this kind of pain. In the 6 years since he signed up for Subaru, he's been World Rally Champion once and runner-up 3 times. This year, he simply can't keep up with his big rivals, Ford's Marcus Gronholm and Sebastian Loeb in his Citroën. With big crashes in the last 2 rallies, there are signs that Petter might be starting to crack.
Like the situation is now, it's really difficult to go over the top because many things not allow you to do it.
Just 2 weeks ago, after the Rally of Finland, the team finally admitted that there might be something fundamentally wrong with this year's car.
We've had a small sort of mechanical reliability problem in the gearboxes all year. It manifested itself quite badly in one of Petter's gearboxes in Finland.
In fact, this small problem, rather than driver error, may have caused Petter's crash in Finland. Now time is running out and the pressure is really building. The rally team costs Subaru €50 million a year. For that kind of cash, you've got to deliver results.
The reason they run that program is to sell more cars. It's for them is a very cost-effective way of creating a global brand image, a performance brand image that matches their car profile and the image they're trying to create in the market.
That brand image is all about good looks, speed, handling, reliability, and most of all, success. If they can't deliver all of these, this team will face a fight for survival. Rallying is an expensive sport, and Peugeot, Mitsubishi and Skoda have all decided to sit out this season. It's up to 2 men, Richard Taylor, based at Rally Team headquarters in the UK, and Toshiya Azuma in Japan, to keep the Subaru Challenge on track. Toshi is a marketing man. It's his job to turn that $50 million a year rally program into road car branding and ultimately sales. He feels that close collaboration is the key.
So, but if we continue like this, obvious, this is not good, but we have a proper plan. So we have to improve the car performance, and the collaboration between UK and Japan, PETA, drivers and team is very confident the direction is right.
Toshi and his team are working with a new strategy, ramping up the exchange of ideas, technologies and research between the manufacturer's top brains and the rally team's engineers in the UK to make both the road and rally cars better.
Of course, culture is different, time is different, and language is different. It's not easy, but our goal is just one. We need to achieve the very best performance, in the World Championship as well as the road car development.
As Toshi heads home, his UK counterpart is gearing up for a busy day 9 time zones away. It's up to Richard Taylor, managing director of the rally team, to make the UK end of this long-distance relationship work. The buck stops here.
Ultimately, the responsibility for the team is mine. So, yes, the performance that we achieve is down to me. We're at a point where we know we've made significant improvements with the car, but we have not got it as good as we need it to be ultimately.
Richard is depending on 2 key men to get the team competitive again.
Have to stay back.
Easygoing Australian Steve Farrell, his top engineer, and straight-talking Paul Howarth, who manages the team on a daily basis. They've got just 1 week to work out how to put on a good show for their paymasters in Japan.
Got very clear instructions from Japan in terms of what they expect.
Yeah.
They're not, as they have been saying, you've absolutely got to win it. They're saying it's more important to be competitive.
There's also the small matter of who will drive the cars for the team next year. Despite the problems, PETA's already signed for another 3 years. But Chris's contract runs out 1 day after Japan.
PETA, we know that's fixed, that's clearly signed. Chris, we've got the option on, and we know he can deliver a good performance to us, but there are a lot of people available on the market at the moment.
26-year-old Australian Chris Atkinson has been with the team for less than 2 years. He's hoping, like PETA before him, Subaru can eventually make him a champion.
I think they just want to see consistency and improvement. We've shown we've got the speed, and now we just have to do that on a regular basis on all different events. We're still young and we've got a few years up our sleeves.
In 2004, Chris won the Asia Pacific Super 1600 Championship, watched by Paul Howarth.
Paul Howarth was the guy that first spotted us back down in Japan, racing in a Super 1600 car, so I owe him a lot to get to where I am now, and deep down I know he's a old smoothie, not the tough exterior that he portrays.
A stunning performance in Japan last year was the first sign that Chris had the talent to live up to Paul's expectations.
It's pretty cool to get third last year. It's the first podium and only podium so far. We hope to get some more, but it hasn't come this year.
He may be smiling, but without even a top 5 finish this year, Chris has got to shine again in Japan to save his job. The World Rally cars that PETA and Chris rely on for good results cost €600,000 per car to build, and the process begins with an ordinary Subaru Impreza road car straight off a production line 10,000 kilometers away in Japan. Subaru's Gunma assembly line, 2 hours drive from Tokyo, is state of the art. More than 100,000 Imprezas roll out of the factory each year, and the road car is a perfect backbone for a rally car. The rules state that world rally cars must be based on a current model 4-seater road car, and that at least 25,000 of them must have been built for sale. So every year, a lucky few Impreza body shells get sent 10,000 kilometers to the UK. 11 weeks before the Rally of Japan, the body shell is unloaded at the team's workshops in England to be converted into a rally car.
Let's leave them out of it for now.
Dave Baker is the man responsible for ensuring the body shells are rebuilt to perfection. The drivers are hard customers to please.
That's where I'm getting confused. If you put a body shell together and let's say for example it was 5mm shorter on one side than the other on the wheelbase, they would pick that up straight away without a doubt. And the sport has got so competitive with split-second timing, you make something that's as inaccurate as that and you're on a hide into nothing straight away. Your driver would spot it. Waste of time even letting him have it.
Transforming the road car body into a race-ready rally body takes 780 man-hours over a 7-week period, starting with a stripped-bare shell. The most vital addition to the body shell is the roll cage.
Obviously the important aspect is that it protects the driver and co-driver during the rally, and it's designed in a way that any force is dissipated throughout the whole roll cage. Rather than one small area taking a full impact, it will be spread around the whole car.
The safety of the drivers is the first and foremost important part of building a body shell.
This is why the body shell is worth every penny of its €75,000 price tag.
We've had a couple of really nasty accidents where people just walked away. Petter hit a big lump of concrete in Germany. Basically that was a situation where the good workmanship of these fellas actually saved his life.
We're across some bits and pieces not
With 7 weeks to the rally, the body shop guys are under pressure. If they don't get the shell finished on time, the whole car build schedule will fall behind.
We are all going to have to do a bit of extra work. Do you think you'll need to come in this weekend, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing, Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
How many people?
As many as possible, really.
Everybody?
Well,
6 people on the cars?
Be nice, yeah.
Okay. Saturday morning, 6 till 12? Yeah.
Meanwhile, next door in the technical centre, the guts of the car are being assembled, ready to go into the completed body shells. In just a few weeks, this engine will be thrashed over the 350 kilometres of the Rally of Japan, punishing work for parts that will be racing at more than 5,000 revs per minute. Converting the 300 horsepower of the engine to drive at the wheels is the job of the transmission. It's made up of over 300 components, so in the lead up to the rally, Chris Poole is one of the busiest people in Banbury.
I'm 3 days into this gearbox build. This is a brand new build. I've already assembled reverse gear, first and second. They're already pre-built. Okay, so that last one on there is 6th gear, and that is your gear cluster. With 3 of us building it, we'll want 3 weeks to build all the transmission assemblies. So that'll be the gearbox, the drive shafts, the rear differential as a complete car.
Back at the body shop, it's inspection day. 7 weeks after Dave Baker's team began working on it, the shell is being finished off, ready for inspection.
Latest roll cage mods, upper cross mod, pedal box position and everything else, so that's just ready for you to sign off, mate. It's all been checked.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks a lot, mate. Right, chaps, nice job. Cheers.
Having passed the inspection, the completed body shell is sprayed a shiny Subaru blue. Over the next 3 weeks, the Japan car takes shape as the finished engine is installed, the transmission fitted, and the last-minute details completed. Finally, the €600,000 Subaru Impreza is ready to be started for the first time.
Ready, Tim? It's cranking.